Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harry Ma. I'm an investment manager here at Sharewise. Today, we're very fortunate to be joined by Roby Sharon-Zipser from Hipages, Managing Director and CEO. Key topics Roby's going to go through today include financial results, strategy, and vision of the business. So we're very, very much looking forward to that today. As usual, this webinar is recorded, so to all our attendees, if you can't view the whole live recording, you'll be able to follow up on our YouTube channel, and we obviously invite questions throughout. So without further ado, Roby, over to you.
Hi, Harry. Thanks for having me. I've just lost my shared screen. Where's my presentation gone?
Oh, that's okay. If you click the share button, the green share button, that'll
okay, we'll bring it up again. There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Fantastic. Good. Okay, let's see how we can make it smooth sailing from here on. Okay, great. So thanks again for everyone's time, and Harry, thanks for hosting, and looking forward to some questions from you and the audience later in the presentation. I'll keep the presentation relatively short. We'll fly through some slides. These are all available as well on the ASX and the Hipages Corporate Group website. We released it for everyone to share later. Okay, so going through the slides, tell you a little bit about Hipages. Hipages is a marketplace and now platform business. It's the largest marketplace for trade services. For those of you that don't know what a marketplace is, it's effectively where buyers and sellers come together in a market, effectively a marketplace like you would figure from an old school days when you go to the market and buy vegetables from. Fruit and veggies. Now, we don't sell fruit and veggies. We do that for trade. So if you need a trade to connect you to your home, we get you up to 3 qualified vetted trades, and our business does that really, really well. And we've been doing that for 20 years. In terms of how many jobs have been posted, just under 13 million jobs have been posted on Hipages. So that's everything from cleaning, gardening services, to getting an extension or an addition built on your property. It represents about 5 million unique homeowners. Annually, we do around 1 million unique homeowners actually posting through Hipages, just under 1.4 million jobs per annum. And 86% of the jobs that get posted get connected with up to 2 to 3 trades. We do that really, really well. It's all done through algorithms and mini marketplaces. So trades that operate in the eastern suburbs of Sydney get connected to homeowners at speed. The business reached an inflection point in FY24, about $2 million in free cash flow. FY24, we generated just under 76 million in revenue. And that represents around 35% compound annual growth rate. Obviously, our growth rates aren't that high in the last few years, but certainly in our earlier years, we had exponential growth. Obviously, as you get bigger, getting that kind of growth rate's harder. But we'll go through some of those numbers in a bit more detail in a second. In terms of how the TAM, the market that we operate just in the Australian market, we also have a business in the New Zealand market. So we're the largest in Australia and New Zealand for marketplace connections for trades, both Australia and New Zealand. In terms of the segment that we operate in Australia, we work in what we call the trade services vertical. It's about $141 billion. It's massive. And in that vertical, we specialize in the homeowner sub-segment. And in that homeowner sub-segment, that typically represents things like home repairs, maintenance, emergency services, small projects, and large projects. So if you can imagine a broken window, you need a locksmith, that would be an emergency service. A small project would be like a painting of a room or building a little deck. A large project would be an extension, an addition, a kitchen or bathroom renovation. So that's the segment and the category we operate in. It's huge. It grows every year. We don't get the exposure in that segment like you would in the building and construction sector. We often get asked about the construction sector and how that's affecting us. Not much, to be honest. When people have blocked toilets, you need to call a tradesman in to unblock that toilet. Doesn't matter whether it's a good economy or a bad economy. That's something you're just going to get done. So just good context to understand where our marketplace and platform operates in. And then in terms of the serviceable market, the market that that does all of those billions of work. There's about 301,000 trade businesses in Australia. There's 1 million tradies in Australia. Not all of them work in the building, construction, home renovation segments. Some of them work in mines and building roads and things like that, or large civil engineering projects. But in the home segment is 301,000, and in that segment that I was referring to earlier, I'll just go back a bit. In that homeowners segment, there's 175,000 trade businesses in Australia. And we have about 19% of them as customers. So the idea behind this is to understand the scale of the category that we operate in and the level of penetration we have in terms of share, and the opportunity that's in front of us in terms of obtaining more share of the serviceable available market. And just going now into some of the results that we announced for FY24. We're nearly halfway through the new financial year, but because we're in a bit of a blackout period, I can't obviously share how we're going for the half. But what I can do is reiterate how the FY24 numbers shaped up. And in terms of growth, we are growing at a steady, healthy rate. Recurring revenue is at 15%. We generated free cash flow. The business has 21.3 million cash on its balance sheet and generating a lot more free cash flow, obviously now into FY25. And we launched Hipages Tradie Corp to all our new customers in April of this year. And I'll explain why that's important in a second in the next couple of slides. Again, a few more data points on our performance as a business. Revenue, profitability, and key drivers are all moving in the right direction. The business obviously is focused on recurring revenue. Our commercial model is a subscription model. So trades, when they come and buy our products, whether it's our leads or our platform solution, those trades are buying on a subscription. They usually come on for an initial 6-month introductory contract offer. And then they continue on 12-month contracts after that. So it's a subscription model. It's not an all-you-can-eat subscription model. It's what we call a subscription utilization model. So trades are able to claim a certain dollar value of leads in their subscription on a monthly basis. And if they use that up, then they either need to upgrade or buy a little topper. We call that lead packs. We have a little bit of transactional revenue on those transactional sides when they upgrade, but everything is generally subscription and recurring revenue. So that's why we report and talk quite a lot about our recurring revenue as a business. Again, profitable and generated NPAT for the first time this year, and free cash flow. And again, nice graphs, recurring revenue, EBITDA, and operating revenue. So operating cash flow is all growing and up and to the right. So some nice up and to the right graphs there. Sorry if I'm going too fast for everyone. I'm just trying to get enough time for Harry to have questions. We have a nice little video that I'm hoping will work when we hit play. Usually does. And I just want to give you a bit of color about our strategy as a business. So Hipages, as a marketplace and platform business, has 2 pillars to its strategy. So nice and simple. Often you see businesses with 3 or 4 pillars in their strategy. We've kept it simple for everyone. We've got 2 pillars. We are creating a tradie platform, and inside that platform is our marketplace, our lead business, and maintaining and growing that business is critical and is our major revenue generator. And we're also trying to improve the value exchange in terms of pricing and offers and how customers engage that marketplace solution. But what we are doing, which is different, is introducing new products into our subscription offering where customers can use our scheduling, our quoting, invoicing, integration with accounting software and business intelligence to help manage and run their businesses. And that ties nicely within our vision and purpose as an organization, which is effectively trying to make lives better for everyone. And that starts also with the trades. So we're helping the trades run their businesses better. And we'll demonstrate what that means in a second. So we are rolling out right now into all our customers a job management solution. And that rollout will have probably finished. Most of it would have been done by the end of the calendar year. In our homeowner side, you saw those incredible numbers of homeowners that have posted jobs, all-time posters of jobs on Hipages, and the number of unique homeowners that post jobs on Hipages every year. What we want to do is create a captive market of homeowners that completely trust the Hipages platform and do all their jobs in Hipages. And so what we'll be building out over the coming years is a platform for the homeowners where we can provide them with more trust, more innovation and benefits and perks to keep them in the homeowner platform. And so the trades and the homeowners are working closely together in our platforms. In terms of just explaining the tradie platform, the Hipages Tradie Core platform in a bit more detail. So a trade now can have the Hipages Tradie Core app on their phone, or soon a desktop version of that. We can accept leads on the desktop version, but our job management solution will be available on the desktop soon, probably at the end of this month, end of next month, and available to all customers in January. But in the application Hipages Tradie Core itself, customers can accept leads, manage their marketing, call and message customers in the app, schedule site visits, send quotes, be approved for hires, and send invoices, get paid, integrate into accounting, and do that repeat. Whether they come through Hipages or not, it's irrelevant. They can do all of that in the Hipages Tradie Core solution in a beautiful, easy, elegant way. And that's rolled out and available to customers today. The evolution of the product is we'll have probably in a couple of months, like I said, a desktop version of all of those technologies for customers, and we'll also have a multi-user capability in a few months' time after that. The thing is that most of the customers for Hipages are sole traders. 1 to 2 people work in those businesses. And so we very much focused on making an app technology that works for the sole trader, because they're typically out in the field. Trades are what we call field service operators. So they're out in the field working on your homes, in their cars. And so we made sure the app, which is the most commonly used device by trades, has all the technology that works inside properly, has really nice user experience for them, and just works seamlessly. And it does, which is great. We put together a 3-minute video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it all works. We'll give it a crack. We tested it before, so it should. This is a vision of how the world should look for a homeowner and for a tradie. And we're very close to getting, in the next couple of years, a lot of the things that you're seeing that Abbas, the main character, is going to show you is coming to life. And some of the homeowner things may be a little bit later, but certainly that's the product vision journey. So without further ado, I'm going to press play, see how it goes. Hopefully it works.
Hey, Hipages. What's my day looking like?
Good morning, Abbas. Today you have 2 main tasks. Finish the kitchen rewiring at the Thompson House and install a new circuit at Newport Public School. For this job, you're low on 6mm power cable. Should I order some more for pickup?
Yes, please.
No problem. Your order will be ready by 11 a.m.
Okay. Set the navigation for my first job.
Setting navigation for Mona Vale, and I'll notify Amy Thompson when you're nearly there.
Hey, is Ava in the living room?
Yeah, but she won't stay there for long.
Hey, Hipages. Any quick ideas on how we can make our house more toddler-friendly?
Based on your property, I'd recommend putting gates on both ends of the stairs and mounting the TV on the wall.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to mount that for ages. How much does that cost?
Based on your TV model and similar local jobs, I'd estimate the cost would be around $450. Should I check to see if a local electrician can help?
Yeah, that would be great.
I've reached out to local electricians. I'll update you when they respond.
Sweet.
Abbas, an opportunity to fill today's schedule came up. It's a TV mount in Bilgola Beach. Would you like to know more?
Yes, please.
The TV is to be mounted in the ground floor living room on a gyprock wall.
Okay. Looks like the house has been modernised. Accept and send a quote for $300.
$300 seems below market value. Based on the location, TV size, and your past jobs, I suggest quoting $400 plus GST.
Sounds good. Send the quote, please. And see if they can do 2 p.m.
I'm on it.
Wow, that was quick.
Abbas comes highly recommended, and his work is guaranteed for 12 months. I've checked with Abbas. How's 2 p.m. today for the installation?
Okay, 2 p.m. works perfectly.
Hey, Hipages. Start the job timer.
Sure, job timer started.
Hey, Hipages. Job's all done.
Job timer stopped. Duration is within estimate. Were there any additional costs?
No surprises. Easy job.
Great. Don't forget to take a picture of the completed job.
All right. Oh, and please send through the invoice.
No worries. I'll send the invoice and collect payment. Good news, Abbas. The payment for the TV install just came through. I've sent the receipt. Job done. With this job, you've now hit your weekly revenue target. Great work.
Cheers, Hipages. Kia ora, Hipages. What's my day looking like?
Good morning, Koa. You have a full day of work starting at 7 a.m. in Takapuna, ending at 4 p.m. in Glenfield. I'll help you stay on track throughout the day.
So that's great that that all worked. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a bit of a picture into a very helpful, easy future to engage with trades and trades to engage with homeowners in a really seamless AI interfaced way. I feel like that's a very beautiful experience and a sort of different experience to what most people would currently have when they engage with trades, which typically has quite a bit of friction involved. So effectively, we're making a frictionful process into a frictionless one. And everyone's better off at the end of it. So I think that ties nicely again to the purpose and values of the business. In terms of direction for FY25, in terms of targets, we expecting a similar financial year to FY24. We have quite a lot of execution work going on with the migrations of customers into new technologies in New Zealand commercial billing systems. So it'd be circa around similar type of growth rate. We're expecting a further expansion on our EBITDA margins and a continued growth in free cash flow. So the indications are between 4 and 6 million of additional free cash flow will be generated in FY25. And that'll obviously continue to accumulate our cash reserves as a company. I think that's a good summary of the business. I hope I haven't gone too fast for everyone, but I'm taking it that Harry, it's over to you for questions now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Robbie. That was a very swift and powerful presentation, and I love the video as well. I think it really captivated exactly what the business is trying to achieve. I'll start off with some questions. We've also got time for Q&A for our attendees as well. I guess on the first slide, you mentioned the financial results. You know, the 15% increase in recurring revenue. I think it's about $2.1 million in there it is positive free cash flow. What do you think the key strategies were that contributed to these results, and how do you plan on keeping them up going forward?
Yeah, so in terms of the growth of the business, what we've been very effective at doing over the last couple of years is a yield play. So I'll just go into the strategy pillars. So if you look at Tradie Platform, the second bullet point refers to optimizing the value exchange. So what we've identified is that the business in our marketplace is generating about $2.5 billion of value of work for our trade businesses. Now, we don't work on a commission model, and the challenge behind a commission model in this category is that a lot of work and upgrades to work all happen off platform, and it creates a negative sort of behavior where trades try and circumvent the platform or homeowners try and circumvent the platform. So what we do is we've introduced a subscription model to do that. But what we've also identified is that the fees that we charge for the consumption of credit inside a subscription is not fair value exchange. And so we've been looking at AI and machine learning to look at the prices and the value of the work that we're creating and been optimizing those prices. We've also had subscription price increases. And again, another subscription price increase with new products and features being added into our subscription products. And so we've been effective in driving growth through yield over the last 24 months, certainly the last 24 months, including this financial year. We're starting to see a shift of hopefully a bit more growth coming from count. So businesses can grow either through yield or through custom accounts. We've been quite focused on yield. We still have probably another 18 to 24 months of yield growth in the business as we start to transition customers to higher packages and more fairer pricing for our leads. But we'll be starting to transition customers onto the platform and utilizing the platform, which has better retention rates. And as a result of that, should increase counts, which all adds up to continued sustainable, healthy growth for the company over the coming years.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, perfect. And next question is on the, I think it was the second slide, about the 19% penetration that you guys have in the tradie markets, the homeowner vertical, which I think you called the services market. What steps are being taken to further capture the market and address the untapped potential? And I've got a question here from James in the Q&A, which sort of ties in. Are there any current or future plans for acquisitions being considered that could obviously potentially increase market share?
Absolutely. Okay, so at 19%, that's I mean, obviously it's a good share, but I'd like to see that get closer to 30-40% over the next few years. In terms of activity, we've been a bit more aggressive in our branding activity and marketing activity. So sort of moving into different channels to push our tradie brand. Pleased to say that we have about 71% awareness, but out of that awareness, only maybe 2/3 of people that are aware of us actually understand what we do. And then also, not all trades at any given time are looking for a marketing solution. So we'll be broadening our marketing to trades to explain that we're not just a single product offering, we're a multi-product offering. And so you may not necessarily need marketing, but you need a nice, simple, elegant solution to help run your business at a very, very compelling price. And so we'll be broadening that marketing to explain our multi-product offering over the next 12 to 24 months, again, more assertively in the market and putting cash behind that, and also more interesting and different types of marketing creative to get more of the market share about our multi-product offering. Now, that may mean slightly lower yield, but overall yield still will go up as we're still working on the marketplace. But customers coming on our multi-product solution, particularly if they just focus on job management, field service software, may not have as high yield as our marketplace solution. But that's the overall broad activity. In terms of the other question that was asked, acquisitions. So the business has got about a 21 million cash balance. It'll have another 5 or 6 million in FY25. The business is not able to pay dividends because we've got quite a number of carry forward losses from our historical years. So we can't do frank dividends, and we continue to accumulate cash. We've made commitments in terms of where we're going with the business in terms of our spend, operational expenditure spend, our technology spend, and our marketing spend. And that's all sort of meant to reduce as a percentage of revenue over time. And so then we will have to start to explore some inorganic opportunities. But at this stage, there isn't anything specific. We need to do a market scan. We need to have a look around, see what's out there. If there's nothing relevant or nothing good to buy, we won't be doing it. And they do have to be either very strategic or meaningful for the company in order for us to make to get the benefits of such activity.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Hipages Tradie Core has seen some very positive engagement already. Can you sort of go into a bit more detail on the role it will play in transforming Hipages into an end-to-end sort of platform and the value that it brings both, obviously, the homeowners, as we saw in the video, but also the tradies themselves as well?
Yeah, so I think we need to think about things in like, what's the moat for Hipages? And as it stands, we offer a fantastic marketing solution. We do have competitors. First of all, the biggest competitor is word of mouth, but businesses have choice in terms of where they spend their marketing dollars. And that choice could be with Google, it could be with Facebook, and we certainly have a significant, meaningful share in the advertising marketing space for trade businesses in Australia. And with our awareness that, it's usually Hipages or Google and Facebook, or Facebook and Hipages, or sorry, Meta and social media and Hipages. Like, we're one of the combinations of things. Now, that's great, but because they can there's no like sort of lock-in event where they have to stay with us, especially if they get busy with work. Trades then can leave us, which is challenging. So if you go back to sort of like why vertical software does really well, vertical software does well because you effectively have the system of record for that business. And so the stickiness of that software is strong because you have the customer database, the relationship management, you have the history of the jobs, the quotes, the invoices, the schedule of events. It's all in your database. And so when it comes to becoming stickier, you're stickier as a product, as your software solution is being embedded in that business. And so if you think about what we're doing as a company, how can we make Hipages stickier so the customers stay with us forever and then don't just come and go when they need us for marketing? But they can come and go when they need us for marketing, that's fine, and they do that. But how do we just become a permanent expenditure for that business that adds value to that business? And so Tradiecore is a key part of that strategy. And so what we've done is, as of the 2nd of April this year, all new customers have been loaded up onto the Hipages Tradiecore app. Historically, we had another app called Hipages for Business. We stopped putting new customers on Hipages for Business in April and put all new customers on Hipages Tradiecore, which has the job management features. These are the features that I ran through that's on your screen. It has everything. Whereas Hipages for Business really just had lead invitation, accepting leads, and a bit of phone and text capabilities. The new technology, Hipages Tradiecore, has all of these features embedded in it. So all new customers are getting the full feature set. And by the end of the calendar year, all customers will be in the Hipages Tradiecore app. Well, the majority of them will be, and Hipages for Business will have very few customers left in it. And then the plan is when customers' contracts come up for renewal, they will be provided with the full suite of solutions that we've got on the screen right now. And we'll be activating those customers into the product to show them the capabilities of Tradiecore, which is very powerful, very user-friendly, beautifully designed, works seamlessly, and can accept not just the work that Hipages generates, but all the trades business work, which is a really important point. So effectively, that's the strategy of the business, going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, the biggest competition is that word of mouth, and the biggest sort of, it sounds like the biggest sort of thing to try and figure out is how to make it more sticky, as you said. And obviously Tradiecore is a big part of that solution. This question's pretty much already been answered, but what challenges do you sort of foresee going forward, and how are you positioning yourself to maintain as a market leader in this space? Obviously, you said you've got your Tradiecore, you want to do more marketing. Is there anything else that you're really pushing at the moment?
So, I mean, the challenge we have is that we're working in a relatively unsophisticated category. So if you think about your tradespeople, trades businesses, they're really, really good, street smart problem solvers. But when it comes to technology adoption, they're laggards. Like, they really are a bit slower in picking up the technology. Not only that, they also need a lot more help in order for them to be able to adopt the new technology. The good news is that our marketing solution is not the easiest of solutions to adopt. It's a little trickier. You have to build a profile. We do a whole bunch of vetting and checking on you as a trade. It's not just sticking an ad in a magazine or printing a fridge magnet and putting it in people's mailboxes. There's software involved. You need to download stuff onto your phone. You need to get activated. You need to be verified. Then you need to understand how the dynamics of our accepting and declining of leads work. And then you have to get onto job management. So there's a lot of work to get that adoption, and that's going to be difficult. But the good news is that we've been doing that for a long time. We have about 150 people working in the business in our operations area. We have about 340 employees all up. And what those people are doing is effectively doing that type of service and helping trades get on board one at a time. It's very, very difficult to replicate our scale. You'd have to literally put in a couple of $100 million to replicate the technology and the operational capabilities that we have as a company. So that is a bit of a moat, but not completely defensible. In terms of what we're also doing is, again, investing in brand and marketing, getting the messages out, not just to homeowners, but to trades. We have a very significant marketing budget. We spend about $18 million a year on marketing and advertising. That will probably increase a little bit more as a percentage of revenue, probably maintain or decline. But as our revenue goes up, dollar amount, it'll continue to increase. And we're diversifying that marketing into all different channels, not just media, above the line media, but also social media, digital media. So, there's just a lot of activity happening in building that brand, and we'll continue to do so. We have the scale to continue to invest in our brand. So yeah, like that's, I think that's probably two big buckets that I can answer that question with.
Yeah, perfect. Good answer as well. And looking at the roadmap for FY25 and beyond, obviously you said, you've got a lot of execution work to do. You've got goals of expanding your EBITDA margins. What else? What are the next big innovations and expansions that you're most looking forward to? And from Hipages, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I'll go back. That's the reason why I played the video. So if we go back to the video, a lot of the innovations that you're seeing for the trade, we're literally on the cusp of releasing a lot of that. So what a bus was talking about and the interface, we're probably, to have the full suite of what a bus has, we're maybe 24 months away from getting the majority of that out the door. So we're well on that journey. That homeowner experience of talking to an AI, identifying problems in the property or opportunities that things could be done to improve the property, getting interactions of cost, and then having that live interface to book it in with a tradie in real time. With floor plans and details about the property making its way to the trade. That's a little bit further away, and we're going to start investing in that. We're starting this financial year a little bit in terms of doing a bit of discovery on how we can make that come to life. And then in FY26, we'll go a bit harder in investing in that, and then continue to invest more in creating that magnificent homeowner experience where it's frictionless with working with trades. So those are things that we'll have lots of expansionary adjacent services for the trade coming out over the next 12 to 18 months. And then after that, the big technology leaps will be starting to get innovation in the homeowner hands at captive market, and then working out ways to monetize that.
Perfect. Fantastic. Well, Robbie, half an hour of power. That's all my questions for today. I think we answered a few Q&A questions as well. On behalf of myself and Sharewise, and I'm sure on behalf of all the attendees, thanks for your time today. And very excited to look forward to Hipages and what's in the pipe. Absolutely.
Absolute pleasure. I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you, Harry, for the interview. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.